What is going on, my friends, and welcome back to another video on the channel. Well, you all know that over the last few years, I have consistently been preaching about the fact that many of the meme coins that we saw from 2021, 2022, 2023, the ones that continue to develop, are going to see some type of growth into 2024. I told you I don't know which ones it's going to be, but the ones that continue to build out their communities, build out their ecosystems, focus on growth, focus on development and progression, those are going to be the ones that are going to be considered vets, and they're going to become a staple of the cryptocurrency world, at least in my opinion. And I said that what we're going to see is at some point, some of them are going to do really well when the market does really well. Some of them are going to do really bad when the market does really bad. And that's what's going to tell us which ones are likely the staples. So obviously we've seen things like Pepe doing well. We've even seen Shiba and Doge doing decent, but we've been seeing one doing way better recently, and kind of in comparison to Pepe, and that was Floki. Now, you guys know we've talked about Floki a ton on the channel, especially over the last year or two, and kind of looking at them, they have gone absolutely ballistic over the last few days. I mean, just in the last 7 days alone, they're up 323%. On the last month, they're up 440%. They just broke through the $1 billion market cap at 1.46 billion now. I mean, their overall ranking broke into the top 100 just like that, just absolutely exploded into it. Currently sitting at number 71 largest crypto in the world, over $1 billion in 24-hour volume, at one point going up to over $1.45 billion in 24-hour volume. I mean, it's been absolutely nuts. Now, the interesting part is not only have they been doing good, even their sister token has been doing good. If we go look at TokenFi, which is another one we've talked about on the channel a couple of times here, they're up to a $58 million market cap, up over 141% just in the last month. And so I wanted to just give you an update about what all is going on, why I believe they're doing so well, and kind of what I'm expecting from them going forward, because this does kind of prove what we talked about. We were talking about Floki 4 months ago, 5 months ago, TokenFi 3, 4, 5 months ago, when their prices were much lower than they are now, right? And we were saying they're building. That is going to lead to growth over time. You just got to trust the process. And now we can finally say, we told you so, right? And so looking at Floki, of course, if you don't remember who they are, Floki itself is the utility token of the FLOKI ecosystem. Now, Floki kind of started off as a joke, kind of just as a meme coin, and then it actually developed into a real company that, wanted to make a difference, right? They wanted to bring utility. They wanted to bring products to the ecosystem to contribute to Web3 like Web3 contributed to them. And because of that, they've come out with a lot now, right? You look at their FLOKI ecosystem, they have an NFT metaverse called Valhalla. They have TokenFi, of course. They have general staking. They have FLOKI, of course, which we're going to go about in a second. They have their own NFTs and NFT collections, prepaid cards, FLOKI Places, which is an NFT marketplace. And they have the University of Floki, which is a crypto education platform, right? They've built out this entire ecosystem substantially, put a lot of detail into each one of these, and even something again like TokenFi, which is their sister token, is doing extremely well. Imagine making a sister company that's a $50 million company like that. That's not easy to do. I don't think people understand how hard it is to see 10 million, just 10 million market cap, not 50 million, 60 million market cap, right? And they've done that, and their ecosystem is doing extremely well. Now, on top of that, they've also been coming out with a lot of news recently. One thing that I think really contributed to the fact that Floki's price itself has done so well is because they have been taking advantage of their DAO. You can see here that they just went ahead and approved a proposal to burn 190 billion tokens. And you just have to consider, in a time in which demand is so high, volume is so high, people want these tokens, people want to buy these tokens, and now they're reducing the supply. Think about that. You guys know what happens when demand's increasing and supply is decreasing. That's a supply shock. And although it's not going to shock the entire supply because it's only 190 billion tokens, it's a fantastic start. And that's the reason why we have seen this price doing just so damn well. And things like that, continued expansion, continued growth, that's what's going to contribute to this thing continuing to do well. Now, not only that is contributing to its price doing well, but we also saw that DWF Labs was to purchase $10 million in FLOKI tokens to support the FLOKI ecosystem. So think about that. Now, not only are you seeing some of the supply get burned, now not only are you seeing, of course, some of the volume increasing and demand increasing, but now you're seeing millions of dollars being inflowed into the ecosystem with $10 million of tokens being pulled out of the ecosystem. Things like that are what I'm talking about when I say that they are on track to continue to do well because they are making the right moves. They're playing chess. At the end of the day, they're playing chess, not checkers. Now, in terms of a little bit more news, they have continued to expand into their ecosystem. I told you all about FLOKI, which is a part of their ecosystem, and that thing is now live on the Blast mainnet. You can see here that Floki heard the cry for a secure crypto locker protocol on Blast loud and clear, and they delivered. So they went ahead and made, of course, the FLOKI locker, which is Floki's crypto locker protocol. They said that it's now officially live on Blast mainnet and can be used to securely lock LP tokens, fungible tokens, NFTs, and ERC 1155 tokens as well. And so obviously this alone is a major aspect of the ecosystem, something that's going to bring even more eyes on Floki itself, and that again is just a contributing factor to why their ecosystem is expanding. We can see here that it is again purely live. It is something that you can interact with now. There's over $136 million in total value locked, or TVL, meaning that this is the amount of tokens that are now locked or staked on the protocol, which is a lot. Like, that's a lot, especially considering this was rather recent in which it went live. And so of course this is just huge, and this does contribute again to them saying we're gonna do this, and then they do it, and that builds up credibility, leading more people to want to stake their tokens, buy more tokens, things of that nature. Of course, going forward here, what you can see is that not only did they launch the FLOKiFi locker on the Blast mainnet, but they also saw the launch of TokenFi quick launch bot go live on the Blast mainnet as well. Now, we actually made a full video on the Telegram bot, or the quick launch bot, sorry, and obviously it was still in its beta phase back then. It is now live now, and obviously it's done extremely well, going live on the Blast mainnet. Now, speaking of TokenFi themselves, they actually came out and said that they were going to be focusing a bit on the AI code audits, which is an interesting kind of niche that we'll talk about in a second here, in which they're going to again be building the TokenFi AI smart contract auditor for efficient audits addressing the industry needs. So this is going to kind of remove the need for anyone to themselves go in and audit these contracts. It's going to be something that's a lot more automated, and AI based. Now, this niche itself is absolutely huge. You know why. I mean, people like Vitalik Buterin have come out and said that AI based code audits would be, like, huge, and he himself has even said like he would want to contribute to that narrative because he knows how important it could be for the niche. We've even seen Nvidia CEO talking about generative AI and talking about how important that can be, right? And so the fact that TokenFi is not only doing everything that they're doing on their side and launching the quick launch bot and stuff like that, they're also going to be tapping into a narrative that is likely going to be one of the biggest narratives in crypto ever, and that's just AI in general, right? Because AI is a part of the future, and crypto is now, AI is now also a part of crypto. And so because of that, as I mentioned before, all of these developments, all of this growth, all of the development, expansion, and progress that they're making is contributing to the fact that they are going to continue to do well, in my opinion. They just need to continue to make the right moves and keep playing chess like they have been. And so I wanted to give you a quick update on Floki. You guys know I partnered up with the Floki ecosystem a long time ago, a very long time ago, because I wanted to update you when this thing did make these moves. And now, 400% 1 month later, I think you're starting to see the vision that I've been having for months now. And so with that in mind, guys, I hope you guys did enjoy today's update on Floki. If you did, you can always let me know by smashing that like button and subscribing to the channel if you are new, and I will see you all next time. Peace out, everybody.